Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I just finished the room that we needed to finish today and I opened the OBS, but I did not press record. This is not my first date, but anyway, let's go. So for today we had to talk about enumerating NFS. I'll go through it really quick. I'm still connected to the SSH. So let's get started. We read about this. We need to just, if we use the attack box, just to leave it 5 minutes until everything loads, or if you use a VPN, just let's go. What is enumeration? Enumeration is the first step in a penetration test. Is the step in which you gather information about the vulnerable target. What can you use in order to have access to your target? Requirements, we require for this laboratory to finish, we require NFS common. So this is the command that you will need in order to install it. If you run into trouble when you install the NFS common, then perform sudo apt-get update, then try again. If that doesn't work, then go again for the command with a fix action or a package argument. And this should fix the installation. Port scanning. Here they just suggest with nmap to perform a port scan with all the ports and with A, which a hyphen uppercase A will scan the operating system. The service version will run the default scans and will perform trace route. Mounting NFS shares. Here's the command that we need to use in order to mount an NFS share to our directory. It's from temp, and we create a mount directory. We create inside temp because after a restart, everything will delete. Here we'll run through the command sudo. We just know run as route, mount, execute the mount command, -t. NFS is the type of the device to mount, then specifying this that it's NFS. IP share is the IP address of the NFS server and the name of the share we wish to mount. -o lock is specifying not to use NLM locking. We have other commands right over here. We can use a lot of other commands. Okay, and then going through the answers of this awesome room. Answer the questions below. Conduct a thorough port scan of your choosing. How many ports are open? I perform multiple scans. I also perform from 1 to 3,000 specific scan. We found 3 scan there, 3 open ports there, but also they suggest over here scan every port because I found 3 and the answer is 7. If you scan for all the ports, you just go for a simple nmap command like this. Nmap, you have -p- and then the IP of a vulnerable machine, 1010 in our case, 1079.213, and then with uppercase A, actually you can use the T5 for speed, but you can go like this. After is complete, you will see 7 open ports. Which port contains the service we're looking to enumerate? 249, which is a default port for NFS. If we go to station X and we perform here a search for NFS, network file sharing, we find under 2049, which is a UDP communication port, uses UDP in order to communicate. We find it under 2049. Now use the user has been show mount EIP to list the NFS share. What is the name of the visible share? You will perform this command in your terminal and you will find out that, let's perform it to see. We go user has been, we go show mount E with again 10.10.79.213, and you will see that home is the NFS share. As you can see here, after you run this command, it will show home. Then here is something that is useful. You create a directory inside temp mount to create a directory or machine to mount the share to. This is the temp directory, so be aware that it will be removed on restart. We are good with that. Then use the mount command we broke down earlier to mount the NFS share to your local machine, right? So we use this command in order to mount it to our local machine, but be aware you need to change the IP and the share In our case, we are this IP of the attack, of the vulnerable machine with home that we just discovered. And after we mount, we will have this directory, cappuccino. And that is the folder inside, name of the folder inside. Have a look inside the directory, look at the files. Okay. After we go inside this directory and we list, we see nothing. So list -a to list everything that is hidden. Write a user profile. Is a user home directory. Interesting. Let's do a bit of research. Obviously that we see .ssh over here. Obviously that's of interest. Why? Because inside there we find the IDRSA file, which can be used to connect. Actually, let me show you. Which can be used to connect with SSH to a PC. We are Cappuccino and we used the IDRSA key to connect. Yes, we have a connection, and that was the room. I presume further in exploiting NFS in task number 4, we will discover more than this. So I guess we'll see each other in that one.